How you doing? It's Kwai here. In this video, we're going to be talking about a career in SaaS sales. So if you're thinking about getting into sales, particularly with SaaS software, this video is for you, so check it out. Alright, so I've been in sales for over, I think, 7+ years. I've been in technology for about 14 years. Started off as a software developer, years later moved into sales and never looked back. Lately I've been working on a lot of different types of software for various companies, and as a salesperson I'm responsible for selling them. And if you're thinking about getting into a career in SaaS sales, which is software as a service, I think it's a really great career. The reason is because if you're selling other types of products such as objects or services, the problem with that type of sales is that it's not really scalable. For example, if I were to sell t-shirts or something, if I were to work in retail and I were to sell t-shirts, right, there's only so many you can sell. Let's say that they've got a stock full of 10 t-shirts in size 10, size large, and it's a particular color, whatever it is. If 10 people bought it now, they'll have to make orders and so forth, right? So it's not really scalable. And plus, to be honest, there's not much profit in there if you were to sell t-shirts or some sort of retail. However, if you were to sell something else such as SaaS software, the huge benefit is that it's hugely profitable, because the way it works is that companies, they have their own developers, they got engineers, and they're constantly building this software, right? And it gets to this point where it's an MVP number one, where it's a minimum viable product, where it's particularly working, has all the bells and whistles, and it's enough for the customer to actually pay money and use it. And then throughout the years, the company will obviously develop it and make it better and better. But the first MVP one is enough for them to survive. What I'm trying to say is that once they've already reached that MVP number one, technically they don't really need any more developers to go ahead and build that software, because they've already got that MVP number one, so therefore they don't really need to invest more money to actually improve upon. So therefore, if they stop work at the software, they can continue making money. So that's where you come in as a salesperson, and this is good to know, because they don't need to invest too much money into investing into developing the software. They can actually live off the profits from that point forward. So if you go ahead and you sign up people for that software to join the software and subscribe or become a user, it's just pure profit at that point. There is no maintenance for that particular software. It's already done. And that's a really great thing about being in a career in SaaS sales, is that it's hugely profitable for the company. And if you know that the company's profitable, therefore they've got a lot more money to invest into your growth. There's a buffer in terms of, let's say that there's a financial buffer. Let's say that the market goes down. There's always a buffer there. And plus, software and technology, it's surviving through pandemics, through chaos and so forth. And people always need software. Coming from a technical background, how much does it cost to host software? It's very, very cheap. It could be maximum you pay is about $1,000 a year. Software could be bought, and it could be developed on a cheap as well. So therefore, knowing those type of things, if you go in and you sell a particular software, it's going to be very profitable. So therefore, they got money, they've got room for them to actually invest into growing your income and give you commissions and so forth. I remember I used to work for an engineering company. It wasn't software, it was mechanical engineering, and they charged money based on time and materials. So therefore, I would to sell a particular service which would cost, mechanical engineering service, it would cost between 100k to 300k, and essentially the client is buying 40 hours or 100 hours of the engineer's time. If the engineer works overtime and stuffs up the project and has to spend another 20 hours, obviously it's not that profitable. So there's only a tiny bit of profit in that particular company. But when it comes to sales for software is a lot cheaper, because the software is already built, it's already hosted, it doesn't cost much to maintain it, and therefore any profit that's made, you just scale it, and therefore it's the price of maintaining software stays steady while the profit just goes up, if you know what I mean. There's particular types of software that you can sell. There's particular sales software like CRMs. You can sell platforms. You can sell e-commerce, accounting software. The great thing about SaaS software is that once you get over the initial few months of training, of learning the particular software, it comes very easy. Once you know it, you know it. That's only the hard part about SaaS software, is that you have to really start from ground up in terms of learning it. and it'll take you a few months to get the software. But once you get the software, that's when you have fun, and then that's when you go into sales and you just start selling the damn thing. I like SaaS software because it's easy to sell, it's very clean, it's not too complicated. All you do is just talk about the benefits. You can do really great demos. So whenever you get someone as a prospect in for a demo, it's really cool. You're just doing a presentation, you show the demo, and it's just really nice just to present the product instead of some sort of complex diagram or whatever it is, or if you're trying to sell legal services, whatever it is. It's just a lot easier if you're selling software, because when you're showing people how to use something, it actually sells it, right? So I think it's a really great way to start your career in sales. If you don't have a background in technology, that's okay. You can still get into software sales. I personally think that try and look for a bridge into software sales. So you might not become a salesperson straight away off the bat. You might be able to become just an account manager. So if you become an account manager, you can just manage the existing clients using that software, and then eventually you can move into proper hunter type of roles in software. So I like it. I love SaaS software sales. One really great thing about it is that you learn the entire sales cycle. So if you do branch out and do want to start something by yourself, you can create your own software and you can go out there and sell that particular software. So you don't have to work for anyone else. But that's later on down the track once you get really good at it. So if you are thinking about getting into a career in SaaS sales, highly recommend for you to check it out. Just go on, the job searches, just type in graduates opportunities or just entry-level opportunities. Just grab whatever you can, get some experience on your belt, then move up. Entry levels into careers in SaaS sales. If you're entering in, you're probably not going to get paid that much as a base, but you do get some pretty good commissions. But then as you move on, become account executives, executive directors, state managers, and sales managers, and then that's when you make a lot of money in terms of the base. But obviously, the whole thing, what you want to do is you want to become really great at sales, know how to sell, generate leads, know how to close those leads, and if you become a master at that, you can make as much money as you want in as a career in SaaS sales. So anyway, hope you like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next one. Cheers.